Dungannon here on Friday night. Just give us an idea of how important that match is going to be, and what are your thoughts on it first and foremost?
Yeah, look, it's a big match. Whenever you're playing any team that's going to be around you in the league, you need to get 3 points. We've an opportunity here to win our first home game in the league at the Showgrounds here. So, it's a big game for us, and we're looking forward to it.
In terms of performances this season, I mean, the performances maybe haven't been reflected all the time in results, but I suppose it's a results business. Would you take maybe a scrappy performance and 3 points rather than a good performance and one or no points?
Yeah, look, 3 points is all that matters. You can play well and play all the football, but if you don't come away with 3 points, it means nothing. So you'll take it any way it comes, whether that's playing good football and being the better team, or just getting a bit of the rub of the green and scoring a goal against the run of play.
Dungannon, obviously, Rodney McKeown's come back in there and seems to have rejuvenated them a little bit, and they've some positive results against the supposed big sides, the top 6 sides. After results on Saturday, they've gone above us in goal difference. I mean, even though it is very early in the season, how important is it from a psychological perspective to go and at least get a result and jump back above them? Yeah,
no, absolutely. I think when you're sort of predicting where the league table is going to be, we're going to be near Dungannon, so look, goal difference is very important. We've probably conceded too many goals, particularly there at the weekend. We played well, but it's 3 slack goals, and ultimately we come away with nothing. So yeah, we need to defend better and keep our clean sheets, and look, we need to start that there on Friday night.
In terms of that performance on Saturday, I mean, probably looking back on it in hindsight, I mean, traditionally it's always been a difficult place for us to get a result, but that was probably maybe an opportunity missed when you look back on it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the goals we've given away are quite slack, and in the first half we competed really well, debatably maybe the better team in the first half, but then in the second half we sort of died out, didn't really play that well. Lee got his goal, great finish, but in the second half we weren't really great, so we're disappointed not to get 3 points. If we had performed better, we could have got 3 points or maybe a point, but ultimately we didn't keep a clean sheet, and that's why we haven't got the result.
From a personal perspective, you've come in and you want to come back to the Premiership, and you come back to the club that you know very well. It's your local club. You played every game. You played bar a very brief period against Cliftonville. You had to come off. You've played every minute of every game. How important has that been to you to get back playing regularly in the Premiership and to be getting good game time? Because I know you obviously had that spell out with injury in the past.
Yeah, look, my goal personally this season is to play as many games as possible. I've started that quite well. I want to be available for Gary every single game. So it's nice to keep the injuries off me and to get as many minutes as I can. It's important for me going forward, and in terms of coming back to Newry, I've really enjoyed it. I'm having a really good time, and I've no complaints whatsoever. Just if we could sort of results out a wee bit, then I'd be a lot happier.
And just on that same on that injury front, obviously we've had a number of sort of high profile or senior players, I suppose, if you like, or players that were very good for us last season, haven't even kicked the ball for us this season. Obviously we had Ryan McKeown back on the bench last Saturday, and maybe hopefully the 1 or 2 more back for Friday night. But how important is it that we, with a small squad, that we have our full complement of players available for every game?
Yeah, we've a strong squad here. It is small, but we need every player available. Gives us the best chance to go out and get a result and play the way we want to play. So, we've a couple of boys coming to the end of their injury and hopefully get back in the squad in the next couple of weeks. So, we welcome them back and we need them back. It's going to be a long season. We need as many bodies as possible.
And just lastly, we play a lot of games on Friday night, so we're trying to move them different times from away from 3 o'clock on Saturday. It's the first Friday night lights of the season. Generally a better atmosphere, bigger crowds, under lights. Just gives them a couple of things. How important is the support, or how important could the support be on Friday night, and what will be your message to them in terms of bringing the noise and backing you against Dungannon?
Yeah, support's been brilliant so far. It goes a long way, in tough moments of the game, and you hear people shouting on and giving you that encourage to dig deep and keep going. You definitely respond well to that there. So I love the Friday night games under the lights. It definitely makes a much better atmosphere. So if the Newry fans come down in the numbers and got right behind us, it would be greatly appreciated.